Mrs. Block. I was wondering when your husband would be coming in.
Oh, he won't be in today. Or any day for the foreseeable future. Jerry's got trouble with one of his other businesses. Had to leave in a hurry.
He never said anything to me. Where's he gone exactly?
Oh, somewhere very remote. He didn't leave a forwarding address. He may be gone for some time.
And what's happening with the club?
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
Right. So, should I carry on as normal?
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, what exactly do you do?
Well, since Marilyn Harwood's departure, I've been acting chief executive as well as club secretary.
Of course. I need to speak to Prashant Datani about some financial arrangements.
Should I call him?
Yes, please. Oh, and could you send Ray White in? I need to speak with him as well about some football matters. Roger. Thank you.
Wouldn't touch him at the minute. He hasn't kicked the ball for months. We'd only get about $1 million for him. He's worth 3 times that when he's fit.
I see.
Any potential buyer will want to see him kicking the ball. And he's forgetting the transfer deadline in Italy and Spain. It's finished. He'd be better looking to somewhere like France.
So what should we do?
Well, I think we're better waiting until the end of the season, when he's had a few games under his belt. If he still wants to move, he'll have more choice.
Right.
In the meantime, I've got other transfers to sort out. Billy O'Neill to West Ham. Carl Fletcher back from Mallorca.
Carl Fletcher's coming back.
Well, yeah, as long as I can do the deal today.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead then.
Well, do you think you should?
Well, I do, yeah, but it's your decision. You're the boss now.
This could actually work out very well.
How?
She can hardly be as dumb as her mule-headed husband, can she?
You think she's looking to sell?
I think so.
I'm sure Roger's told you what's happening. You own 39% of the club, Prash. I now own 61%.
What do you intend to do with it?
My first instinct is to sell up. This club's caused me a considerable amount of grief in the last 2 years. I think I need a fresh start.
Well, I'm sure I can help you with that.
How much is my shareholding worth?
My offer of £5 million still stands.
5 million. You offered me 5 million when I had 15%. Now I have 61.
Did your husband outline the state of the club when he signed it over to you?
Well, no.
See, your share might well be worth much more were it not for a debt of 25 million.
25 million?
Which I would have to underwrite. I would also have to invest large sums in rebuilding the team. I think £5 million profit plus all that weight off your shoulders is, well, not a bad deal.
And if the club's relegated, there'd be more losses. We're stuck with fat contracts for some players, and less income from gate receipts and TV money to pay for them.
Would it be worth more if we stayed in the Premiership?
Possibly. But if we go down, it'll be worth much less. But that's the risk you're going to have to weigh up.
Look, gentlemen, I think I need a little bit of time to think about this.
As you wish. But remember, while you're waiting, you could be devaluing your own asset. And not to put too fine a point on it, you don't really know too much about running a football club, do you?
Ray, can I ask your advice?
Go on, yeah.
Do you think we're going to be relegated?
Why'd you ask?
Well, Precious made me an offer for the club, a very low one. Do you think I should sell?
Look, Linda, I've got to sort these transfers out. But I will say one thing. Be true to yourself.
What is happening?
Well, Prashant Datani's made me an offer for the club. 5 million.
Fantastic. How soon can you get the money?
I don't know. 5 million, though. Do you think it's enough? Doesn't seem that much. I guess I thought it'd be worth more.
It is enough for us to start again. I have money too. And with my move...
Ray said it might be quite difficult to sell you.
I will phone Johnny Rizzanella.
Well, you'll understand this better than me. He said that he can't sell you to Spain and Italy. Windows shut, is that it?
Oh, yes, the transfer market is close. But France is open.
He's made some calls there too. They want to see you play first. Maybe once you've played a few games, I'm sure the big clubs will want to sign you. Look, if I stay at the club for another month, then maybe it'll be worth more money. How does that sound to you?
I don't know.
It's just that after everything I've been through, I think I deserve more than $5 million from Jerry.
Oh, she was here a minute ago.
Nice to see you again, Fletch.
Linda.
So you're coming back to us?
I couldn't stay away, darling. I missed you too much.
Less of the darling, we'll get along just fine. Things have changed a lot around here.
Linda, there's no sign of Billy. How about the Spaniards on screaming about the money for Fletch?
So why don't we pay them?
It's dependent on us getting the money from West Ham for Billy.
Oh, whoa. Nobody told me anything.
Fletch, please.
O'Neill won't sign. Says he wants to stay here.
That's all we need.
Where is he?
He's locked himself in the toilets downstairs. He won't listen to me. Thinks we're all trying to force him into something.
It's gone through. I better go and talk to him.
It won't do any good. He won't come out.
Look, show me where he is. I'll go and speak to him.
What?
I'll speak to Billy. You keep Harry Redknapp happy. Right, where is he?
No, I'm staying here till the 5 o'clock deadline in case he forced me to sign something.
In here? Okay, would you mind leaving us for a while? All of you.
Relax. Just think of it as a friendly chat.
Right.
You're listening to Bob Adams on Harchester Sound, and as promised I have with me Mrs. Linda Block, the young woman who has taken control of our mighty dragons. Linda Block, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me begin by asking your opinion of the statements made by 2 local members of Parliament that our club be put into administration and new owners be found before it's too late.
You've rather taken me by...
Would you not agree that all loyal supporters have just cause for concern? On the one hand, we're 3 places from rock bottom, and on the other, the boardroom is in turmoil.
But we've recently signed Billy O'Neill, one of the country's top young talents, to a long-term contract. And we've also brought back Carl Fletcher to the club.
Well, be that as it may, Mrs. Block, but the fact remains that Luis Rodriguez is still carrying his injury. Wes Kingsley will be out for the rest of the season. There seems to be no proper chief executive, and according to the papers, no money. It could be said that you have no experience in the tough world of professional football, and indeed, neither do you have any interest in it.
You can put it whichever way you like, Bob. The truth is, my husband had very little knowledge about football when he came to Harchester.
But Mrs. Block...
And like so many other people who have entered the boardroom without an intimate knowledge of the game, I too have been bitten by the irresistible bug of football.
Barry on line 1?
Right, so we can go live now to Barry on line 1. What is it you want to say, Barry?
Yeah, good morning, Bob. I have 2 points about Mrs. Block's relationship with Luis Amor Rodriguez. Is it true that they're having an affair? And can she not see that the recovery of one of the best goal takers in football is being hampered by demands in the bedroom?
Tony on line 2. Time for a few more calls. Jeff, you're on the air.
Morning, Jeff.
Mrs. Block, I'm calling on behalf of the Harchester Supporters Club. Now, we've never met you, but Mr. Prashant Datani has introduced himself to us. We understand that he has the money and wants to buy our club. My question to you is why, in the best interests of all concerned, don't you sell up and leave the running of the club to those more qualified than yourself?
Jeff, what I can promise you is that I will always act in the best interest of Harchester United Football Club.
Robert, you're our last caller for today.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Robert.
Listen, Mrs. Block, I don't mean to be rude, but this club means a lot to me and my family. How can I get it through to you, Mrs. Block? This is how it works with us fans. My granddad took me dad when he was young, and one day I'll take my own lad, right? I've grown up with this team. It's part of my dreams, part of my hopes. It's part of all of us. Do you understand me, Mrs. Block?
Robert, I promise I will not let you down. believe it. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you'd be sitting with the fans. You seem to get on with them so well.
I wanted to see you. I was thinking, with all the aggravation you've been having...
I wonder how you know about that.
I heard you on the radio. All that abuse. Not something a beautiful lady should have to go through. So maybe I could help you. Sell me your shares and get rid of your trouble.
Yes, well, it's very thoughtful of you, but right now I want to watch a match. You know, my team.
Discuss this here.
I know the club's worth 40 million, so 10 million isn't a fair price for my shares.
First, there are massive debts. Second, I've had to form a consortium for this bid, and my colleagues wouldn't allow me to pay any more. And third, it's the only offer you'll get. I bet there's no other interest.
No.
So, I guarantee you 10 million if you agree to sell now.
Okay, give me a day or two.
No, Linda, you don't understand. There are only 5 games left, and if Harchester go down, I'm not interested. 10 million is what I'm offering now, this minute. If they lose today, my offer will be drastically reduced. You're not a gambler?
I've never gambled before, no.
Are you going to start now?
Yes! Don't let him shoot! Tackle him!
Mrs. Block, it is normal to keep a degree of decorum, not be too partisan.
Mr. Dottani, I think you'll find him not a normal chairman. Come on, Dragons!
Are you going to give me an answer?
I think you'll find it's 1-0. That means the value's gone up.
Sorry, it doesn't work like that. 10 is our final offer.
Then you won't get what you want. The goals just push the value up to 12.
I thought you weren't a gambler.
I am now. 12 million.
Are you serious? Are you saying you will sell for 12 million?
Yes. If you can guarantee me the money before the second half starts, we have a deal.
Get him to come to the phone now. I've only got a few minutes left to do this deal.
I hope this isn't inconvenient.
Well...
I have a few questions about the disappearance of your husband.
You came to me repeatedly saying you could prove your husband was a murderer. Then he suddenly leaves town. Why is that, Mrs. Block?
Jerry went away. He left me.
And what was that?
I think he was frightened that he was guilty and he thought I might find proof.
Yeah, but if you remember, the last time you met, he wasn't frightened of you at all. He was threatening you.
True. I suppose he was worried that I'd trick him into confessing.
So he ran away?
Yeah.
But he had enough time to sign the house and the club over to you?
Yes.
There's one or two pieces missing in this jigsaw. Something doesn't quite add up. I mean, what makes such a determined man turn into a coward who runs away after signing away a fortune to his wife?
Mrs. Block.
I'm sorry. I'm busy. I'm speaking to Inspector Dawson.
You and I tried to prove your husband was guilty. Now, I want to know why he left. I think you found something out and you made a deal with him. Am I right?
No, you're not.
If I am, you'll be arrested for withholding evidence. So why did he go?
I guess he got scared. We nearly tricked him into confessing, remember?
This doesn't add up. Why would he sign everything over to you? You weren't exactly the best of friends the last time I saw you.
No. But the bottom line was he loved me. He just wanted to see that I was okay.
How touching. Do you think he'll come back?
I don't know.
He was in South America last we heard. You did very well out of it in the end. But whatever you've been up to, Mrs. Block, remember, I am conducting a murder inquiry.
I've not been up to anything, Inspector.
Ah, I did the deal at half-time, as you suggested. Got the consortium to agree to 12, but you weren't here to take the money. Here's a cheque for 12 million. But I don't think we'll give you that. Not now, it's 2-2.
I'll accept 10 million.
No. We're not going to win this now. And Bradford are winning, which leaves Harchester further adrift. 8's the highest I can go now.
What are you doing here?
What is the point to be on the bench? I don't understand anything anymore. My best friend is the manager, my lover owns the club, and I am not in the team.
Louise, I really can't deal with this right now, okay?
How can I get back into the Argentina squad for the World Cup if I am not even on the bench against Coventry City?
Look, I paid Ray to pick the team. When you're ready, I'm sure he'll play you.
It is like I'm living in a nightmare. I paid Ray to pick the team. What is happening?
So, it's the end of the game. What happens now?
You're offering 8 million.
We are.
It looks bad for the team. Only 5 more games.
One away at Manchester United.
I'd be a fool not to accept.
That means you'll take our offer.
Means I'm a fool. I may be in touch.
You turned down 8 million... You turned down 8 million pounds?
Louise, I have just suddenly inherited this football club. Now, I have never owned anything in my life. I could sell.
Good. Do it. That is all. Sell it and we go. Harchester are finished. They had their moment when I was in charge and now they will be relegated.
You don't know that.
Go to him now. Sell and let's get out of this place.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I am.
Perhaps I should just call Prash and accept the 8 million. It's just I feel such a fool. I mean, the club's got to be worth more than that, even if it is in the first division. What do you think?
I don't know. It's your club, not mine.
Why are you being like this?
You know why. I need to play. Ray will not play me. Why do you not spend time to worry about that?
Because I'm trying to secure a decent future for us. You know, money to live on. I just don't want to spend the rest of my life regretting I sold out too cheap.
I do not have time for this now.
Morning, Mrs. Block. Morning, Sandra.
Hi, lad.
Okay. Alison. Louise. This is Kevin from our kit suppliers.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can we go? Now?
I'm right in the middle of a meeting about choosing the kit. If you'd like to take a seat, it won't be long. Right, where were we? Ray, have you got a moment? It's just that I need to ask your advice on next season's kit.
Don't ask me, they all look the same to me. I'm no fashion expert.
Well, should I ask the boys?
No chance. We don't want them thinking this is a democracy.
Sounds like you've had a bad day.
I've had better.
Me too.
Louis?
What's wrong with him?
He thinks he's fit. I know he isn't. He won't accept it.
He's so angry all the time. It's like he's changing in front of my eyes.
It gets players like that sometimes. His body won't do what his mind wants it to. When you get to his age, you start to wonder whether you'll ever get it back.
Ray, if you're not too busy, would you like to come round to the house for dinner tonight? It's just me and Louise.
I'm not exactly Louise's favourite person at the minute.
Please. It'd do us both good to have somebody else there for a change.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Sorry. I seem to spend half my time staring at the league table, wondering what happens if Derby beat Chelsea or Bradford beat Arsenal.
Do you think we'll go down?
I don't think like that.
Oh, come on, it must cross your mind.
And yours. It's more relevant to you.
How's that?
Well, if we do go down, the board will force you to sack me. I'll go back to Devon and Kitty. What about you? Will you sell to Detani?
I suppose so. It's what Louise is pushing me to do.
What is he doing here?
I might ask you the same question. I invited Ray for dinner.
Well, I invited Didier to live here. That is all right with you, isn't it? Sweetheart?